Alright guys, the CPI is just around the corner. US CPI, one of the most important releases for this week, is around the corner. And let me tell you, things are looking messy for the CPI, okay? We had the NFP last week and it came pretty much everything above what was expected. And soon that hits, we already had the CME, well, the Fed pricing rate cuts, less rate cuts than what was predicted to be. All right, so there's now only 2 rate cuts. There was 3, and now there's only 2 rate cuts predicted for this year. So in a total of 50 basis points. Okay, so lots of things is changing, and what I'm looking at, what we're looking at right now, it's a very unstable market where, you know, the superficie, you know, when we look at it, everything looks fine, but when we start to look at beneath of what's going on, there is cracks, okay, and those cracks are forming pretty fast. And I guess the US dollar can continue to weakness, okay, in the next couple weeks. So let's have a look at what the CPI is waiting for us. But before, I have to tell you 2 things, okay? First is subscribe and like this video, subscribe to the channel and like this video. And second is that today, it's Wednesday, so 4 to 5 p.m. we're gonna be having the webinar. All right, so that's where I will be marking my trades live. So entry, exit, TP, stop loss, everything I will be marking up with the lines for you guys to follow me into your trading scenarios for the week as well. The easiest way for you to join the webinar is joining the link in the description to the Telegram. So as soon as you join the Telegram, soon it hits 4 p.m. here in Australia, we'll send the link and you can have a and you can be into that. All right, cool. And it's free, we don't charge anything. All right, so let's get it. So the CPI month over month for the month of May is expected to have no changes. All right, so the previously was 0.2% and now the consensus is at 0.2%, so no changes. I find it quite hard, but let's have a look at what's going to happen. The CPI year over year, the previous was 2.3% and the consensus is now 2.5%. So there is an expectation of 0.2% reduction into it, and that looks pretty healthy for me in a sense. But when we go to the core CPI, as I say, things look messy because yes, the CPI and the normal CPI, the nominal CPI month over month and year over year, they can come lower because the energy prices have dropped, some sense of less productivity into oil. So yes, there are a little bit of less inflation building up into that part. But when we take those volatile items off, there is the core CPI. The month over month is expected to grow 0.1%, and the year over year is expected to grow 0.1% as well. Previously was 2.8 and now it's 2.9 for the year over year and 0.2 to 0.3 for the month over month. So, you know, mixed data looks like for at the moment we're having here not much of a, I would say, a clean scenario. What I'm looking for is a little bit higher CPI, okay? We had more labor force into the society, therefore people are spending a little bit more because they have more jobs. And for this scenario, more people spending more money into the economy, more inflation being generated, okay? So, that being said, with the inflation high, the Fed will have to maintain the rates higher for longer. That 50 basis points can continue to be 50 basis points, but we can stand the in month over month. So basically, if they are predicted to, you know, just an example, to be predicted to be January and March, now it's predicted to be March and July. So higher for longer, okay? That's what we call the higher for longer, when central bank maintains the rates high and then for longer periods. So that's what I probably think will happen tonight. The release at 10:30 p.m. into Australia time. So I have to go now, but if you want to have a more in-depth analysis, I will be talking about that tonight, this afternoon into the webinar from 4 to 5 p.m. and I see you there. So don't forget, subscribe into the channel, join me into the Telegram. Soon at his 4 p.m. I will be sending the Zoom link for you to join the webinar. Guys, thank you so much. I hope everyone is having a good week so far. Yesterday I was sick, unfortunately. I'm feeling better today, and Monday was public holiday in Australia, so that's why you guys didn't have 2 days of videos. Thursday and Friday back to normal, Wednesday as well. So I hope to see everyone back tonight, this afternoon into the webinar. Cheers guys, thank you, and I see you this afternoon, or I see you in the next video. Bye bye.